Hi, welcome to vlog number 35 of my attempt to squat double body weight. So this is, I think, 3 weeks since return back from isolation from COVID. The last time I spoke was basically saying I'm really struggling to get my gym sessions done. COVID, even though I had no symptoms whatsoever during the isolation period, seemed to have had some kind of weird effect on what I can do. And I now have got some data I can share with you that kind of illustrates what has. From a mental point of view, it's a little bit easier that I've got more work capacity. I can actually get through some sessions, whereas when I first started back, I couldn't do more than like a one set of set of work squats. I could do warm up, but one work set, and I was cooked. I now can do a bit more, but if I can just kind of go through this graph and really what this kind of shows you from what's happened to my physiology, really, which is bizarre to explain. So this red bar represents that kind of 2 week period where I was off training. So this blue line is my first set of my training, which is 5 repetitions, 85 kilos. And that's kind of a warm-up set. It started off as a work set, and just before I went away to isolation, it became almost like a warm-up set. It was moving pretty fast. So you can see there the average velocity was 0.7 meters per second, which is pretty fast and pretty far move from being a strength training set. And I've come back and not too far away from it. I mean, I've had a couple of sets that have been close to that, but kind of bounce around that. And you can see it's not moved too far down. What has made a massive difference to what's taken a complete nosedive is the next set, or what should have been the next set, which would be 3 repetitions at 105. And that's the limit. I'd like to have gotten to a minimum of 5 repetitions for that. I'm fairly comfortable at that. So just before I was off, I was kind of in the mid 0.5, so kind of 0.33, 0.53, 0.54. And then it's just dropped like a stone. And actually, that's the first set. In a normal training session, I would do 2 sets of that. I can't do 2 sets of 305 at the minute. This is just the hardest work ever. Some weeks or some sessions, I don't even get to do 105. I have to stick at 85. But if you think about kind of this inverse linear relationship between velocity and load, if I'm moving at 0.7 meters per second, this shouldn't be going down. So as you can see, there's a one kind of set here that was a little bit poor. But basically, before I went off, 105 got faster as 85 was getting faster. 85 stayed relatively similar, a little bit down, but not too far down. But 105 has dropped like a stone. So I really couldn't explain why my ability to squat heavier loads has been really depleted compared to these relatively lighter loads. And it's really inconsistent between days. Some days I can get away with doing it. It's not fast, but I can do it. And other days I just can't do it. And it has been since getting past COVID. As you can see, just 2 weeks beforehand, I was in a pretty good path there. I can see some real noticeable change in squatting performance. And it isn't just in squatting performance either. So this is my 3 repetitions of my weightlifting monitoring. So this top blue line is my 3 repetitions of clean at 70 kilos, and this bottom orange line is 3 reps at 50 kilos for snatch. And this is relative peak power watts per kilo. So you can see that the snatch has changed there. It took a bit of a dip, and it's kind of stabilised back. But it hasn't really changed very much at all. It's kind of stayed similar. But the cleans are falling off a cliff. You can see I'm actually getting worse, not better. So I'm really kind of getting frustrated. And there's not a lot I can do about it. Like I say at the beginning, when I first came back, I was struggling to get the work in, so that could be compounding it. I feel fine. Like I say, I'm getting more sleep than I had before. 2 weeks, both daughters are sleeping better now, so I don't have that as an excuse. Or not that it's an excuse, but as a kind of a limiting factor. But it just seemed to be this issue post COVID. So I don't know why. Energy levels are okay. I feel fine. I don't feel like I'm lethargic or tired or breathless or anything like that, but I can't seem to access these higher threshold motor units that allow me to express more power, squat heavier loads. So if there's any physiologists out there, anybody studying COVID, anybody that's interested in COVID and strength, please get in contact, because I can't explain this and I need to kind of work out what's going on. That would be really interesting, really helpful. So yeah, that's kind of my journey at the minute. It's definitely not going to be hitting double bodyweight squat within 12 months. But my priorities are shifting at the minute to try and work out what on earth is going on and why I'm getting worse, not better.